It's time for another review. Hello everyone, thanks once again for tuning in. So today we are taking a look at the green Vigilante done by SooSoo Toys, which we already know this is supposed to be Green Arrow, but this is a third-party unlicensed figure, so that's the reason why they can't go with the name and things like that. But from looking at it, we already know who this guy is. So there's already been a couple of reviews already out there that go into really good detail as far as what you get and things like that. So we're going to take a look at this guy to, see some of the things that he has, some of the stuff he comes with, but we're not going to go into great lengths of that because, like I said, there's some other reviews already out there that do a good job of doing a review for this guy. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the figure and then also do a comparison because some of you may already have it as far as the other figure, third-party figure that was released. I think the company was called 3Q, and they released a figure called the City Ranger. So we're going to do a side-by-side comparison to that one, maybe look at some pros and cons of that, and then we're going to jump right into my favorite part, which is showing off some great photos with the figure, and let's see what he's capable of. So let's take a look at what we have. So as you can see, we got a pretty good figure. I mean, I'm already, just from the first looks of it, I can tell you right now, which is the main reason why I got it, is the new design of the suit. I think they did a good job of the guy. This is a close-up of the face there. But I think they did a good design on the suit. More detail than the other one, which I'll show you in a moment. You can see the detail of the boots, which look really good. I love the fact that it's a separate boot. That way you can get more range of motion in this, and that is the big key thing right there, just being able to put the guy in different poses and stuff like that. So some things that I like about it: one, I like the material. The material is really flexible, really good. I like that right off the bat. And then the other thing I really like about this is the wire. There's a wire in the hood, so you can literally, do it how you want. If you want to do a dynamic pose, you can actually move the thing in different directions as far as how you want it. So we're going to definitely play around with that a little bit. Plus the other thing is when you don't have it on, you can use that to bunch it up to have behind his head. So I think that's a really good quality to have. It's like when you have things like this, especially you have capes, but when you have a hood like this, it's good to have a wire in the hood because that's just one of the other things you want to have as far as being able to pose the hood. It's an important thing. So that's a good thing in my book. So you have, like I said, it's a nice good material for it. I think it does they did a pretty good job as far as the figure. Now as far as the likeness, for those of you who watch the show, do your comparisons, you can decide if you think that's a good enough job or not. Honestly, I never watched the show, so I don't really care too much about doing a comparison. Me, I'm more into the comics and everything else, and so that's the main reason why I got him, is so I can put him with my full group for my own Justice League that I'm putting together. So that's the figure. And what we have as far as the hands, I'm going to move this down so you can see. Like I said, I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail of it, but you can see the hands that it comes with. I do like the quiver. I like the fact that they split it open, so that way you can be able to put the arrows in, because that's another good thing about this figure in particular. He comes with a lot of arrows. So you can see, sorry, I'm jumbling around here. Let's actually get this out. You can see so you can get a closer look at the arrows. As you can see, that's a nice paint job on it. I love the detail as far as you can see, like all the strands in the, let's see if we can get it to focus on that. You can see all the strands done in the arrows, which I think is really good. And that's a nice good detail on that. This guy, I gotta say, he comes with quite a number of arrows. I would say this is probably, I mean, close to the same amount as you get when you get your Hawkeye figure. The old Hawkeye from the first Avengers movie. But as you can see from the tips, you can see you have these arrows which go into the quiver, and then you have these that actually have the arrow points on that. But yeah, I think it's got some good detail on that. I think it's very nicely done. So we have that. This base here is, I mean, this base is very similar to the other bases that SooSoo Toys always releases, just with this, and then they always put their logo on there. So it's definitely better than just having a plain, you know, blank stand. So I think it looks really good. So yeah, so let's do a quick look at the two side by side. So here you have the two side by side. You have the SooSoo Toys version, and then this is the 3Q version. So you can, I'll give you a close up of the face again. So you can see the detail in the face for this guy, and then you have the other one. Let me see. So then you have the look of this guy. So let me know what you think of the comparison between the two. I would say they both look really good to me as far as the detail in it. Like I said, I've never watched the show, so I don't really do a comparison between the actors as far as who is who. But for the difference in the outfit, you can see there's a big difference between this. This is just a regular green. It's still pretty flexible, so you're still able to get range of motion when it comes to the figure. So it's still done really well. You can see that there's no wire in the hood, so but it does come down quite a bit. So what I've done is actually, when I had this figure, to have the hood down, I would actually put some tape on the inside just to hold the hood where I wanted to, just for the sake of photos and stuff like that. So I would hold it down, but the hood is bigger than the other one, so you had quite a bit of gap in the space between the two. But overall, it was good. It just doesn't stay. As you can see, the material is different in the hood, where this is like a full separate fabric piece that really kind of stops in the back, which, you know, it's almost like they went partially and then just kind of stopped. Still looks good as far as the, you know, just how the hood is. It just, without that wire, and with this, it just looks kind of tacky. I don't know if he had like this outfit in one season and then another outfit in another season. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure of the figure. The difference between the two, you can see the quiver that he has only has like a handful of arrows, where, like I showed you with the other one, he comes with quite a bit, a number of different arrows to come with. Let me show you a comparison between the bow, so you can see the difference in that. So this is the bow for the 3Q version, which is still really good detail. You know, actually looks like it's a nice wood shine to it, so I'd say it looks really good. And then you have the other bow for the SooSoo Toys version. I'm assuming this is supposed to be for, you know, he had a better bow later in the show or something. This is a huge guess, because I'm not 100% sure. So you have that. The other difference is the mask. Now the mask for the Green Vigilante, I don't know why they chose to do it this way. I mean, it somewhat works. I have to kind of fidget around with it a little bit, but apparently you're supposed to take this clasp and kind of, or fasten it and just kind of fasten it together. I really don't have time to mess with that right now, but that's basically the way it's supposed to go, and then it comes around. You can see how it looks when it's together. So obviously I'm going to do this for the sake of the photos, but for right now we're going to leave it as is. Now the other figure, that one is actually an elastic that he comes with, which they should have gone with that, because as long as you're careful with it, I mean, like I said, you can stretch it out. As you can see, there's like some glue on the inside there, and it stretches and you're able to fit it with no problem. Like when I place this on there, you can just move it there and move it around, and there you have, if I can get it, easy to get it on and no problem. He gets it on there and it looks good. As a matter of fact, let's actually try it. Let's see if we can fit on the other figure, which I'm sure it will. I mean, well, we'll see as far as the shape of the face and everything. We'll have to see. It's slightly bigger, so we're not 100% sure, but yeah, I would say just like a quick check on it. It kind of works. Goes to the shape of the face. It looks pretty good. So that's much easier as opposed to trying to get the plasma and being careful with it and everything. But yeah, so that's the difference between the two. So now that we've seen those two, let's go ahead and jump into the photos and let's see what we can do with our new green Vigilante.